Good morning, and welcome to New Hanover County Schools, the morning show. I'm Trevor Kerrigan.
And I'm Hannah Bolick. This is the week of June 13th through the 19th.
It's another great edition of the morning show, and we have plenty of wonderful features as our school year draws to a close and summer approaches.
We have a show packed with specials for summer and an exciting edition of Summer Tic-Tac-Toe to end the show.
In North Carolina happenings, we tell you about 5 family fun events that will be taking place over the summer months, so be ready to take notes.
And we feature a new edition of The Buzz with our new host, Kyra Schwagel. She tells us about 3 must-see summer blockbusters no one will want to miss.
It's going to be another terrific show, but first, let's check in with our news anchor, Lauren Ricks. She's standing by with today's Your School News headlines. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Trevor and Hannah, and welcome everyone to Your School News here on the morning show. Topping the headlines this week. New Hanover County Schools hold Elementary Science Olympiad, Alderman Elementary holds an EOG Prep Renaissance Fair, and state utility contractors bring heavy equipment to Hoggard High School. I will have all those stories and more coming up later in the show.
Thanks, Lauren. We get things going today with a staple here on the morning show we call This Week in History. Our Grand Master of Historical Knowledge has all the headlines from past times in This Week in History, brought to you by Kidsville News.
Welcome to This Week in History. I'm your historical host, Ella Cox, covering all the colorful and amazing events that have left their mark on history's timeline. This is the week of June 13th through June 19th. June 13th, 323. Alexander the Great, the young military genius who forged an empire stretching from the East Mediterranean to India, dies in Babylon at the age of 33. June 14th, 1985. TWA Flight 843 from Athens to Rome is hijacked by terrorists who forced the plane to land in Beirut, Lebanon. Most of the passengers were released in the early hours of what turned out to be a 17-day ordeal for 5 men who were held hostage the entire time. June 15th, 1215. King John of England puts his royal seal on the Magna Carta, or the Great Charter. The document guaranteed that the king would respect feudal rights and privileges, uphold the freedom of the church, and maintain the nation's laws. June 16, 1884. The first roller coaster in America opens at Coney Island in New York. Known as the Switchback Railway, it traveled approximately 6 miles per hour and cost a nickel to ride. June 17, 1885. The dismantled State of Liberty, a gift of friendship from the people of France to the people of America, arrives in New York after being shipped across the Atlantic Ocean. The copper and iron statue is reassembled and dedicated the following year. Finally, your week in history tidbits. June 18, 1923. The first checker cab rolls off of the line at the Checker Cab Manufacturing Company in Michigan. In its peak production year of 1962, Checker rolled out over 8,000 cars. The great majority of those are taxis. June 19, 1953, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were convicted of conspiring to pass U.S. atomic secrets to the Soviets, are executed. Both refused to admit doing anything wrong, and they proclaimed their innocence right up to the time of their deaths. That's This Week in History, your ultimate source for those key moments in time. I'm Ella Cox. Thanks for stopping by.
This Week in History is brought to you by Kidsville News, a fun and effective learning resource for children, teachers, and parents. Kidsville News is always free. Copies are delivered every month to every elementary school in the New Hanover County Schools system.
And join us again next time for another journey through time as we explore the fun, fascinating, entertaining, and educational facts that make up This Week in History.
We have plenty more of the morning show ahead, including the Zoo Files and our super segment, Science Nation.
Don't go away. We'll be right back after this short break.
What state am I?
Over 80% of my state are covered by forest. The purple finch is my state bird. My nickname is the Granite State. Do you know who I am? If you've guessed New Hampshire, you're right. I received statehood in 1788.
This United States factoid has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
This is Lands and People, your passport to the world.
The Commonwealth of Australia is located in the southern hemisphere between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Australia's capital is Canberra, and the country's three major languages are English, Aboriginal languages, and Chinese. Industries include mining, food processing, and steel production. Australia is also the only continent occupied solely by one nation.
This has been Lands and People, your passport to the world.
Now it's time for This Week in Bad Stats.
Bad stats?
Horrible stats. Here goes. 132.
That's how many batters struck out 4 times in one game last season.
Wow, very good. Here's a tough one, though. 3 and 4.
No idea.
That's how many kids witness bullying. 3 out of 4.
That's not a good stat.
No, it's not, but it can change. Kids want to help, but they don't know how. Visit stopbullying.gov and give them the tools they need to help prevent bullying.
There are plenty of safe ways kids can help at stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back to The Morning Show. I'm Trevor Kerrigan.
And I'm Hannah Bolick. Summer is on all our minds as the warm weather is here and sunny days at the beach beckon.
Many students make plans for camps and family vacations during their summer months.
However, without school, summer is often filled with lots of free time.
While this is a great time to relax, if you happen to find yourself running out of things to do and the summer boredom slump starts to set in, we have just the cure.
Here is our list of 10 creative and fun summer ideas to keep you and your friends entertained all summer long.
Listen closely and enjoy.
As the last days of summer drag on, you may find yourself wondering why you wanted it to be summer in the first place. The heat, the bugs, no one to drive you anywhere. You miss your friends from school. However, the splendor of summer comes from the fact that you have a 125 days of adventure where you can plan to do whatever you want. But if you run out of ideas, we have a great list to help. Here are 10 summer boredom savers. Our first tip: enjoy glow-themed fun. Play ring toss using glow necklaces instead of traditional rings. Make sure to put tape around the two ends where the necklace meets to avoid it falling apart during play. You can also take your glow necklace, carefully cut the top, and pour it into 8 soda bottles for some nighttime bowling in your backyard. Or, if you're feeling especially fancy, try mixing your glow stick contents with bubble solution for glow-in-the-dark bubbles. Our next recommendation is fun with slime. Slime has been curing boredom for years, and there are dozens of variations, one of which is called gunk. It is a slippery-like liquid. However, when you squeeze it, it hardens. Simply add 16 ounces of cornstarch to 1.5 cups of water and enjoy. You can also add food coloring to get slime that looks toxic. Fun with fabric is another great idea. Tie-dye is always a fun way to jazz up t-shirts. You can either buy a kit from the store or use your own method. For a black t-shirt, wear gloves and try different methods to splatter bleach on the shirt. You can flick a toothbrush, drip it from your gloves, or just pour it on a shirt that's been tucked in a rubber band. Or try making a blanket by cutting the perimeter of 2 different fleece blankets into 1-inch wide strips and tying them together. You'll have a personalized cozy blanket in the end. For surefire fun, host a popcorn relay. All you need are a few plastic cups and popcorn. You can play in teams of 2 or more. First, poke a hole in the center of each cup bottom. Snip a rubber band in 2 and slide the ends through the hole and secure it to the player's foot. Then fill the cup with popcorn. Then fill the cup with popcorn. Set 2 large boxes as far or near away as you'd like the opposite teams to be. At the whistle, each team member must sprint to the appropriate box and empty their cups into it, trying to lose as little popcorn as possible along the way. The relay continues until a box is filled. Next on our list is the pinagua. This is a summer variation of the piñata. Fill a trash bag with water and tie it with a rope to a tree. Blindfold the hitter and hand him a broom and let them go at it. If he gets hit hard enough, water will come crashing down on the unsuspecting victim. Want to improve your home and cure summer boredom? Here's some fantastic home improvement ideas. Turn an old chair into a swing. Make a wind chime out of old keys and colorful acrylic paint. Spray a message with Rust-Oleum's Never Wet on concrete surface, and when it rains, it will be revealed. Coat your planters with glow-in-the-dark paint. Grow sunflowers in a circular plot. They will turn out to be a cool sunflower fort for kids to play in. And finally, drill holes in your fence and fill those holes with 1 marble each. Continuing our summer fun ideas is the twisted water balloon toss. Make a small needle-sized hole in each balloon, then fill them up with water. Let the players toss the leaking balloon, and it becomes a time bomb, as they don't want to be the last one holding the balloon when it finally runs out. This can turn into a lot of fun when the competition heats up. Players usually start throwing them at each other, and hilarity ensues. As you're filling your summer downtime with fun, don't forget to fill your belly too. Our next idea is a campfire cone. Here's what you do. Chop up some bananas, and grab some marshmallows, and have some chocolate chips ready. Spread peanut butter inside the cone. Then place the other ingredients inside. Wrap it in tin foil and cook on the grill or in an oven at its lowest setting for about 5 minutes. Open and enjoy. If you need a new game for the kids in the neighborhood during your summer party, then try Lawn Twister. Use a washable paint or chalk to draw colored circles on the ground. Have one person control the Twister game while everyone participates. It's a fun time for all. And finally, when you have nothing left to do this summer, try to go outside your comfort zone. Whether it's riding a zip line or volunteering at an animal shelter, do something you normally wouldn't do. For example, if you don't like to read too much, then go to your local bookstore and ask the clerk to help you pick out a new book. Take a horseback lesson if you're scared of them, or start a business venture. Summer is when we have all the time in the world to explore and find ourselves, so use it wisely. With all these great ideas, it's time for you to turn off that TV and get outside. Enjoy your summer break and make the most of it. Fall will be here before you know it.
We hope you enjoyed that segment. Those were some great summertime ideas.
The twisted water balloon toss sounds like a great way to have fun and cool off when it's really hot outside.
It does. I'll have to give it a try this summer.
Me too. For now, though, it's time to send it over to the news desk for more Your School News with our news anchor, Lauren Ricks. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, and welcome to Your School News on the Morning Show. I'm Lauren Ricks. Topping our newscast this week, 14 new Hanover County schools competed in the Elementary Science Olympiad tournament held on the Ashley High School campus. At this year's event, students faced the challenges of 19 science-based events such as Data Crunchers, First in Flight, and SkyQuest. We get this full report from Louis Bahar.
This year, competitors tackled the fun, accessible, and exciting challenges at the Elementary Science Olympiad tournament. The elementary events take advantage of the natural curiosity of each child and allows for in-depth hands-on experiences. All the challenges were designed to utilize ordinary classroom and household supplies and materials, and at the same time, complement the school system's K-6 science programs.
It's a lot of fun to build a rocket. It's a lot of fun to build different paper airplanes, to make a marshmallow catapult that will throw this marshmallow between 1 meter and 5 meters.
Events at this year's Elementary Olympiad covered a wide range of science disciplines and gave students an opportunity to really have fun. Students participated in Fossil Frenzy, weather permitting, super sleuths, and more.
And to prepare, we've been practicing making airplanes and figuring out a design to throw at the competition.
If other people like to do science very much and like to do landforms, build it, describe it, or really good at building Legos, they should join.
I'm about to compete in weather permitting, but I did describe it, build it earlier, and where somebody has to describe how to build something and the other person has to build it based on their description.
I think it's really fun. It's a great way to interact with people. You can learn about science, what's not bad about that?
Improving their performance in science is especially true at the elementary level, where students are building their knowledge base that will serve as a gateway for future science courses and ultimately career choices. Preparing for and participating in Elementary Science Olympiad gives the students opportunities to gain knowledge and understanding in science. They will be challenged within the classroom.
I think it's really a great thing. It really shapes them, gets them excited about education for one, gets them really geared up for different levels of science. They get to get hands-on with it, work as a team, which you don't necessarily see all the time.
The elementary years are important for influencing young students' perceptions about science. It is during these years that students, if taught science in hands-on, problem-based manner, begin to develop important lifelong science literacy skills such as problem-solving, critical thinking, self-regulated learning, and teamwork. Elementary Science Olympiad was a great event that helped improve the learning of science for all students and celebrate their efforts. Reporting for Your School News, this is Louis Behar.
It was an emotional event at Laney High School as the students and staff secretly prepared a farewell event for Principal Al O'Brien. O'Brien was appointed to Director of Secondary Education back in March, and this will be his last year as Laney's principal. Once the news was announced, students immediately started planning for a farewell event. The celebration began with the crowning Mr. O'Brien as Laney's king for a day. Then, with music playing, Laney's principal walked through the halls with students chanting, "We will miss you, OB," and "We love you, OB." Students shook hands and took countless selfies with their departing principal as he walked by. The procession moved outside as Principal O'Brien was presented with balloons and where even more Laney students cheered for their departing principal. At the end of the event, the Mr. O'Brien was met by several NHCS administration members and his wife. Principal Al O'Brien will finish out the year as the principal of Laney High School before moving full-time into his new role. Testing season is upon us and the stakes are high as state-mandated testing determines whether students are promoted to the next grade. To help the students prepare for those all-important EOGs, Alderman Elementary held a number of exciting and fun learning events designed to help in both mathematics and reading comprehension. To make the day more than just test reviewing, all the stations revolved around a Renaissance fair. With the ringing of the first bell, Principal Maxey announced to the whole school, "Come all ye lads and lasses to improve on your math and reading knowledge." Some students were dressed as knights of old, there were princesses throughout the school, and archers were also very popular costumes. Students moved from station to station, improving on their math skills through Jeopardy-style contests or improving their reading and comprehension skills by participating in various games. Research has found that interactive games are one of the most effective ways to help many students review the concepts they have been taught. The games are fun, they encourage cooperation and teamwork, and they provide extra support for those students whose parents might not have time to study with them at home. Later in the day, the school welcomed a medieval magic act to entertain and help reduce any stress levels. It was a great way to help the students get ready. For all of the latest on New Hanover County Schools, join us weekdays at 5:30 p.m. here on Time Warner Cable Channel 5 and Charter Cable Channel 191 for your school news, a complete half hour of all the latest news and information from New Hanover County Schools. Now, back to our hosts.
Thanks, Lauren. In addition to watching your school news and the morning show, you can see many of NHCS TV's programming online.
Just go to the school system's website at www.nhcs.net and click on the NHCS TV logo right there on the front page.
You can watch great programs there like You Talk, The Forum, and Up Front with the Superintendent.
It's an excellent way to watch our programming whenever you want.
Shifting gears now, we have everyone's favorite segment from the North Carolina Zoo at Asheboro. The Zoo Files tells us all about the different animals, exhibits, and happenings at the zoo.
This is the North Carolina Zoo's R.J. Reynolds Forest Aviary, recognized by experts as one of the best natural habitat exhibits in American zoos. In addition to the beauty of the exhibit, the aviary has also been recognized for some of the most significant hatchings in American zoos. One of the most recent of these is the blue-crowned laughing thrush, a critically endangered species native to China. Zookeeper Stephanie Kruger tells us more about the laughing thrush and the importance of breeding this species in captivity.
These guys are found in southeast China, and it's a pretty small population. There are only 250 birds left in the wild. They are critically endangered right now. And there's two things we do in captivity. One of them is we use them for ambassador species. So that way we can show them to people, make them appreciate and kind of get to know these birds so they know how important they are. And then the other thing we do is we participate in breeding programs, and our focus is to get as many successful hatches in as we can from these birds so we can help support the population in captivity. These guys are critically endangered in the wild, so by working with them in zoos we can kind of help make a genetic bank in captivity to make sure these guys don't go completely extinct. And also, we can educate the public so we can make people appreciate and understand how important these guys are to keep around.
The aviary's success in breeding birds has made the North Carolina Zoo a leader in the effort to save many endangered species. If you'd like to learn more, please check out our website at nczoo.org. I'm Rod Hackney reporting for the Zoo Files, connecting your life to wildlife.
The North Carolina Zoo near Asheboro is open year-round. For more information, call 1-800-488-0444 or visit the zoo website at www.nczoo.org.
That was another excellent edition of the Zoo Files. Thank you, Rod Hackney.
From zoo news to science news, we are thrilled to bring you the National Science Foundation's online magazine, Science Nation.
In this feature, they examine the breakthroughs and the possibilities for new discoveries about our planet, our universe, and ourselves.
Each week, Science Nation takes a dynamic, entertaining look at the research and the researchers that will change our lives.
Nothing shines like polished silver, but keeping the tarnish at bay is never-ending work. And polishing isn't just a pain. It also rubs away some of the precious metal, whether it's your grandmother's silver bowl or an 18th century museum treasure.
So we're always looking for some kind of barrier that will protect the surface so that you don't have to keep polishing.
At the Walters Art Museum in Baltimore, the barrier of choice is lacquer brushed on by hand. Often it affects the color.
The art conservators have an expert eye, and they say, oh, it has a bluish cast.
With support from the National Science Foundation, material scientist Ray Phaneuf and his team are working with the museum, producing a protective coating so thin you can't see it with the naked eye. Using a special reactor inside a clean room, they produce nanometer-thick films of aluminum oxide. The films conform to the recesses and protrusions of the silver, creating a protective barrier.
The method that we use to apply it is called atomic layer deposition. So literally, we're able to control the thickness of the film at a sub-nanometer level. An atom is 1/100,000th of the thickness of a human hair.
Conservators say atomic layer deposition, or ALD, will have to pass rigorous testing before they use it to protect these irreplaceable treasures.
That's the actual active element of any spectrometer.
In the lab, they measure how light reflects off the surface of a test wafer and how the ALD coating affects its color. Another test measures how quickly sulfur penetrates the coated wafer. Sulfur is what tarnishes silver. This helps scientists figure out how long a barrier will last.
If we can increase the lifetime of these films to a century, you may not need to do this very often.
Conservators won't give ALD a thumbs up until they can show it works better than the lacquers they are using now, which have to be reapplied every decade or two.
And also we're concerned about how it is removed. Right now with a lacquer you can remove it with solvents.
If ALD proves a shining success, works like these will remain at their best for future generations to enjoy. For Science Nation, I'm Miles O'Brien.
That was another great segment from the National Science Foundation.
It was. There are so many interesting science stories. I am glad we added Science Nation to the morning show this year.
I look forward to seeing more.
Now, as we head to break, we have the word of the week.
Each week, we highlight an advanced English word so when you use them in a sentence, you can impress even educated speakers.
If you like having an extensive and impressive vocabulary, try learning our word of the week.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome. I understand you need a little help with your mortgage. Want to avoid foreclosure. Smart move. Candy? Well, you know, you're in luck. We're experts in this sort of thing. Mortgage, rigmarole, whatnot.
Really?
Absolutely. And we guarantee results, you know, for a small fee, of course. Such are the benefits of having a professional on your side. Why don't we get a contract? Who wants a contract?
Here you go, Pete.
Thanks, Betty.
Write a toner.
Sign it. Come on, sign it. Families around the country every single day, saving homes.
We will talk it over with.
If you're facing foreclosure, make sure you're talking to the right people. Speak with HUD-approved housing counselors free of charge at 888-995-HOPE.
Welcome back to The Morning Show. I'm Trevor Kerrigan. It's time for The Buzz. In this entertainment report, our host takes a look at upcoming releases from books, movies, music, and video games. This week, our new host Kyra tells us about 3 of the biggest blockbusters coming to theaters this summer.
Hi, my name is Kira Schwagel, and it's time for The Buzz. Summer is upon us, and the end of school year is at hand. And this means one thing for many students: more free time. Visit with friends, go to the beach, play outside. There are so many options for your time, including going to the movies. To help you decide what to see, we've got 3 blockbuster movies coming out during the summer break that you need to know about. Dive into the seas on June 17th when Finding Dory swims to theaters. After the great success of Finding Nemo almost 13 years ago, we return to the ocean to find that Dory remembers that she has a family out there who may be looking for her. She, Marlin, and Nemo take off on a life-changing adventure across the ocean to California's prestigious Marine Life Institute. It's sure to be a heartwarming adventure for the family to enjoy. On June 24th, the long-awaited sequel, Independence Day Resurgence, will come to theaters. It has been 20 years since the original Independence Day. This time, the would-be alien conquerors have returned with even bigger ships and badder plans. With many returning cast members and some new stars added into the mix, this sequel is sure to follow in the original's footsteps. A summer blockbuster packed with entertaining action and hopefully at least one rousing Save the World speech. Finally, on June 15th, an all-new Ghostbuster team finds its way to theaters. Intended to be a remake of the original 1984 Ghostbusters, a whole new cast will learn that there's more to New York City than meets the eye. This reboot of 80s supernatural comedy movie will feature some of the funniest actors working today to bring a fresh but classic revival to the screen. If you're looking for laughs, be sure to see this one when it comes out. When you need a break from the summer heat outside, head to your local movie theater to cool off and enjoy one of these 3 sure-to-please blockbusters. I'm Kira Schwagel, and that's all for The Buzz. Have a great summer break.
Thanks for those recommendations, Kyra. I can't wait to see those movies.
Me too.
All right. At this point during our illustrious show, we usually bring you the week's lunch menu. However, school is out and summer has begun, and we have a special segment of food facts instead.
In Food Facts, specialists from the New Hanover County Child Nutrition Office join us with important information for living healthy and happy lives. This week, Deanna Teeter tells us how eating healthy is good for our teeth.
Keeping our bodies healthy is very important. One way to keep our bodies healthy is through good nutrition. Not only does good nutrition give our bodies everything that we need, but did you know that good nutrition can keep your teeth healthy too? When you eat, the first thing your food touches is your mouth. Your mouth is the first step in digesting your food, so what we choose to eat is extremely important for keeping our teeth healthy and clean. Some things that can be harmful to our teeth are sugary foods and drinks, like candy, cookies, cakes, pies, and sodas. These foods have lots of sugar that can stick to your teeth. When the sugar sticks to your teeth, bacteria eats them, and it can lead to cavities or tooth decay in your mouth. Along with avoiding sugary food, we can keep our bodies and teeth healthy by eating foods that are good for us. Foods like cheese, milk, yogurt, Green vegetables and almonds have calcium, which is very good for our teeth and helps to protect them and keep them strong. Food like milk, fish, eggs, and other meats are also good for our teeth because they have phosphorus, which also helps to protect our teeth. It is beneficial to include these in your diet as well. Fruits and vegetables are also good for our teeth because they have lots of water and nutrients like vitamin A and C, which also help to protect our teeth. As you can see, good nutrition not only gives us all the nutrients we need, but it also helps protect our teeth. Remember to eat these healthy foods and brush your teeth every day to make sure you are keeping you and your mouth healthy. With the Child Nutrition Department, I'm Deanna Teeter.
Thanks, Deanna. That was great information.
Remember to try and eat healthy while you enjoy your summer. Don't forget to try and spend some time exercising too. Bell Ringers is our next segment this morning, and it's from the C-SPAN classroom. This series features a biography of each of our country's presidents. Beginning with our first show of the school year, we started with our first president, George Washington. Each week, we feature the next president until we've covered them all and bring the series to a close this summer. Enjoy learning about the people who have led our country in this riveting series. Here's this week's episode of Bell Ringers.
Ronald Wilson Reagan was born on February 6, 1911, in a rented apartment in Tampico, Illinois. He was nicknamed Dutch at birth after his father commented, "For such a little bit of a fat Dutchman, he makes a hell of a lot of noise, doesn't he?" Reagan was severely nearsighted, and it's been said that he chose to play football over baseball since the ball was easier to see. In high school and in college, he was a lifeguard at Lowell Park in Dixon, Illinois. During this same time, he dated his first girlfriend, Margaret Muggs Cleaver. A quote beneath his name in his 1928 senior yearbook read, "Life is just one grand sweet song, so start the music." His interest in acting flourished during college. He gave his first public speech as a freshman and later commented it had been exhilarating. He said, "After a while, it was as if the audience and I were one." He graduated from Eureka College in 1932. He worked as a sports announcer, first at WOC Radio in Davenport, Iowa, and later for WHO in Des Moines. In 1937, he accompanied the Chicago Cubs to spring training in California and ended up filming a screen test. Impressed, Warner Brothers signed him to a 7-year contract. He met his first wife, actress Jane Wyman, during the filming of their 1938 movie, Brother Rat. In 1940, the two married. The same year his most famous film was released, Knute Rockne, All-American. They had a daughter, Maureen, and later adopted a son, Michael. He and Wyman divorced in 1949. Reagan entered the Army in 1942 and was assigned to the Army Air Force's 1st Motion Picture Unit, where he worked on training films and rose from second lieutenant to captain. As president of the Screen Actors Guild, he was first elected in 1947, he testified before the U.S. House Un-American Activities Committee, which, at the time, was investigating accusations of communist infiltration in Hollywood. He met his second wife, actress Nancy Davis, in 1949, when her name accidentally appeared on a left-wing organization mailing list. Reagan reassured Davis over dinner she'd been confused with another actress of the same name. They married in 1952 and had 2 children, Patty and Ron. In 1957, they appeared in a movie together, Hellcats of the Navy. In addition to film, Reagan took parts on television, including time as the host of GE Theater from 1954 until 1962. A self-proclaimed near-hopeless hemophilic liberal, he changed party affiliations from Democrat to Republican in 1962. In 1964, he was the chairman of the California Republicans for Goldwater. 2 years later, he was elected governor of the state of California and served until January of 1975. In November of that same year, he announced that he would challenge President Ford for the 1976 Republican nomination. He lost the nomination by 117 votes. Reagan was elected to the first of 2 terms as president in 1980. 2 months into his first term, March 30th, 1981, John Hinckley Jr. shot the president, White House Press Secretary Jim Brady, a police officer, and a Secret Service agent as they exited the Washington Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. "Honey," he told his wife later that day, "I forgot to duck." Some of the events marking President Reagan's 2 terms included the Challenger explosion, meetings with Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, the SDI, or Strategic Defense Initiative, and Iran-Contra. "What I'd really like to do," Reagan said of his 8 years in office, "is to go down in history as the president who made Americans believe in themselves again." Following George Bush's inauguration in 1989, the Reagans retired to Southern California, where they lived in Bel Air and spent time at their ranch north of Santa Barbara. On November 5, 1994, President Reagan wrote a letter to the public in which he announced that he was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. He wrote, "I now begin the journey that will lead me into the sunset of my life. I know that for America there will always be a bright dawn ahead. Thank you, my friends. May God always bless you."
As we head into a break, we continue our focus on our wonderful country with a fun series of bumpers.
The United States has a rich, interesting history and a unique system of government. Knowing about our country is a very important part of being a good citizen.
Take our quick civics quiz and see what you know, or perhaps it will help you learn more about U.S. history and government.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Hannah Bolick, and my co-host is Trevor Kerrigan. It's time for NC Happenings. Everyone should get out their pen and paper as we take a trip across the state and look at all the events taking place this summer.
Whether you're looking for adventure or relaxation, mountains or beaches, the rhythm of city life or the tranquility of nature, there's something happening for everyone here in North Carolina.
Date, July 1st. Place, Oak Island. Event, NC 4th of July Festival Beach Day. This event is held on Oak Island and begins at 9 a.m. with the Horseshoe Tournament. There will also be live entertainment, dozens of fun family contests, and inflatable rides at Middleton Park. A skateboarding contest continues the fun at the skate park, while a live beach band and shag contest occurs at Middleton Park. Things come to an end at dusk with the annual Beach Day fireworks. Admission is free for everyone attending. For additional information, please visit www.nc4thofjuly.com or call 910-457-6964.
Date, July 7th through July 10th. Place, Boone. Event, the 61st Annual Grandfather Mountain Highland Games. Grab your kilt, Brawny athletes, delicate dancers, bagpipe bands, parades, rocking Celtic music, and a spectacular Highland setting make this colorful celebration of Scottish culture the best Highland Games in America. Prices vary, with both day passes and 4-day passes available, as well as the inclusion of a shuttle bus ride. Children under age 5 are free. Visit www.gmhg.org for hours and a complete schedule.
Date, July 15th. Place, Wrightsville Beach. Event, O'Neill Sweetwater Pro-Am Surf Fest. Dozens of amateur surfers and over 90 professional surfers from around the world participate in this 3-day event. Over the years, the event has grown to one of the largest surfing contests on the East Coast. The event will begin at 8:00 a.m. and ends at 6 p.m. Admission is free to spectate. Registrations for guppies is $15, amateur is $50, and professional is $150. Visit www.sweetwatersurfshop.com.
Date, July 22nd. Place, Hickory. Event, Jurassic Quest Dinosaur Expo. A dinosaur adventure for the whole family. Visitors can interact with these huge creatures, learn about them, and even ride a few. It features realistic scenes, enormous dinosaurs, cute baby dinosaurs, and lots of fun activities for kids of all ages. The event will be held at 3 p.m. and ends at 8 p.m. Admission for 2 through 12 years of age is $15, 24 for ages 13 and up, and under 2 is free. Visit www.jurassicquest.com for more details.
Date, July 23rd through 31st. Place, Blowing Rock. Event, K9s in Flight. For 9 days, Tweetsie Railroad will host K9s in Flight Frisbee dogs. Don't miss these high-energy performances showcasing a team of dynamic dogs in acrobatic freestyle routines. Seating is first come, first serve. The event show times are at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. each day. Go to www.tweetsie.com for all the details.
If these events weren't enough for you, or you were looking for something different to do, check out the website www.visitnc.com. Under the Upcoming Events tab, you'll be able to sort and search for something that suits your needs.
It's time for more Your School News, so let's send it back over to our news anchor, Lauren Ricks.
Thank you, Trevor and Hannah, and welcome everyone to Your School News here on The Morning Show. Summertime is fun time for readers of all ages. To make it even more exciting, New Hanover County Schools has put together an exciting series of programs and activities at several school media centers. With a complete report is YSN reporter Stephen Thornton.
New Hanover County Schools will host summer library programs at 11 sites this summer, beginning Monday, June 27th, and ending on Thursday, August 4th. During these programs, students will be encouraged to check out books for summer reading and will also receive a personal invitation that includes dates and times for not only returning these materials and checking out new ones, but also for participation in a huge variety of great programs while at the library.
We have tried to create programs that are about harnessing the fun of learning and about taking what they already know and giving them opportunities to problem solve and apply their knowledge, while also being able to check out reading materials all throughout the summer and engage with adults who can get them excited about learning and reading all year long.
The following schools will be participating in the library program: Alderman Elementary, Anderson Elementary, Blair Elementary, Carolina Beach Elementary, Castle Hayne Elementary, New Hanover High School, Pine Valley Elementary, Snipes Academy, Trask Middle School, Mary C. Williams Elementary, and finally Winter Park Elementary. All locations will be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Any NHCS student will be allowed to participate in any program and check out or return materials at any of the participating locations. NHCS media coordinators will be collecting data throughout the summer, which will be analyzed in August to help determine the success of the program. For any more information, go to the school system's website and click on the summer reading icon. Reporting for Your School News, this is Stephen Thornton.
Students in Mr. David Jackson's carpentry classes at Hoggard High School had a first in their lifetime experience when the school hosted an equipment expo. sponsored by State Utility Contractors and Gregory Poole Caterpillar. During the expo, students were able to operate 3 pieces of construction equipment: a skid loader, a mini excavator, and a wheel loader. Trained operators gave students one-on-one instruction at each machine, showing them how to properly operate it. Then students took the driver's seat and gained valuable practical experience as they completed real-world tasks, including making and filling holes with dirt, steering through an obstacle course, and laying out a road. Students were both excited and nervous as they took the controls. However, it was a relaxed environment with safety and the #1 priority, and students were given all the time they needed to understand the controls. As each student began to understand the equipment and complete tasks, you could see their smiles come out. The expo also featured speakers from the industry who talked to the students about their jobs. Equipment operators, concrete finishers, and foremen all shared with the students what they do every day, how they trained, what education was required for their job, and the kind of salaries they make. Middle and high school students from New Hanover County Schools participated in the Southeast Regional Math Competition state finals at Fayetteville State University. The school system took first place at 2 levels of competition and had several students place in the top 10. Daniel Chang took first place in Math 2, Melanie Sue took first place in Math 3, Jacob Trimenstra placed 3rd in Math 1, and Max Brinker placed 3rd in Math 2. 2 students, Owen Dean and Silas Scribner, both placed in the top 10 of their events. That's all for now. To watch this week's edition of Your School News online, visit the school system's website at www.nhcs.net and click on the NHCS TV logo on the homepage. Now back over to Trevor and Hannah.
Thanks, Lauren. Now to end today's show, we will play a challenging summer trivia game that will get those brain juices flowing.
That's right, Trevor, and I see we have the buzzers out. So we're in for a real challenge.
It's gonna be fun. Let's send it back over to Lauren, who will explain the rules. Welcome back, Lauren.
Thank you. Today we have a summer trivia challenge. I will ask a trivia question about summer. If you think you know the answer, you must buzz. The first person to buzz gets to answer. If you blurt out an answer without buzzing or winning the buzz, it will not count. Also, if you buzz before I finish asking a question, you will have to answer it then. I will not read the rest. If you get a question wrong, your opponent has a chance to answer it for the steal. Finally, if you are both stumped on one, I will give the answer and we will move on. There are 20 questions. Okay, contestants, are you ready? Here we go. What type of light causes sunburn? Yes.
Ultraviolet.
You are
UV.
correct.
I knew that one. I took chemistry.
Question number 2. What is a good way for swimmers to avoid being attacked by a shark? A, splash around, B, remove jewelry, or C, swim at night? Yes.
Remove jewelry.
You're correct.
I guess because it's shiny and it distracts them.
Guess so.
I guess.
All right, number 3. Americans celebrate July 4th each year because what event happened in 1776? A, the end of the Revolutionary War, B, George Washington's inauguration, or C, signing of the Declaration of Independence? Yes.
Signing of the Declaration.
You are correct. Okay, question number 4. What would you want to pack if visiting Argentina in July? A telescope, a heavy jacket, or a swimsuit? Yes.
A swimsuit.
You are incorrect.
Huh?
Okay. A heavy jacket.
You would be correct. I guess it's cold there.
It's betting
Well,
against
yeah,
telescope.
opposite end of the world. I guess that makes sense.
Okay. Number 5.
Or telescope.
Which summer hazard causes the fewest deaths? A bee sting, a lightning, or shark attack? Yes.
I'm gonna say a lightning.
You'd be incorrect.
A shark attack.
You are correct.
Oh man, I just had to go
try.
with
I
that
had
one.
to say a lightning.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 6. Which animal can destroy the greatest number of mosquitoes in an hour?
Ooh.
A black widow spider, a little brown bat, or a rattlesnake? Yes.
The spider?
You are incorrect.
Let's go with the bat.
You are correct.
How to get one as a pet.
All right. Number 7. Fireworks are common at many summer celebrations. Where did the largest firework on record explode? Japan, France, or New York?
I was gonna say China, but I guess not.
Yes.
New York.
You're incorrect.
It was Japan or where?
France.
France?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go France.
You're incorrect as well. Yep,
shouldn't
the
gone
answer
France.
was Japan. Number 8. How much ice cream does the average American eat in a year? Oh gosh. 20 ounces, 20 quarts, or 20 gallons? Yes.
I'm gonna say 20 quarts.
You are correct.
Because 20 ounces is way too little.
Yeah, 20 gallons, I probably eat that much. Anyways, number 9. How much of your blood can a pesky summer mosquito sip in one sitting?
Too much.
1.5 times its weight, 1/5 of its own weight, or 1/2 of its weight? Yes.
1/2 of its weight.
You're incorrect.
Can you read the choices again?
1.5 times its weight, 1/5 its own weight, or 1/2 of its weight?
A.
You're correct. That's right.
The first one.
1.5 times its weight. That is so gross.
I know.
Ooh. Okay.
It's too much.
Nice. Number 10. If a jellyfish stings you while you're taking a dip in the ocean, what should you do? A. Splash vinegar on the sting. B. Rinse with fresh water. Or C. Rub the sting. Yes.
Put vinegar on it?
You are correct. I did not know that. That's really cool. Number 11. What do people in Nome, Alaska do to celebrate July 4th? Play water polo, wake up hibernating bears, or run up a mountain?
I don't know, but it sounds like a fun day.
They play water polo.
You're incorrect. Have a guess?
Let's go with the Bears.
You are incorrect as well. It was run up a mountain. They run up a mountain on July 4th.
I thought they'd be more fun than that.
Number 12. Can't keep cool this summer? Maybe that's because Earth's average temperature is rising. How much did it go up in the last 100 years? A, 1 degree, B, 1/2 a degree, or C, 5 degrees? Yes.
5 degrees.
You're incorrect.
Really?
1 degree.
You're right.
Oh no, I was thinking of a movie I saw. I can't remember which one it was.
Everything in movies is normally true, right?
Well, yeah. But it was like if the world, or like if the world temperature went up 5 degrees,
we'd die.
And like everything was flooded and awful and dumb.
Nice. Cool. Number 13.
It's just one big water park.
What were bikini bathing suits named after? A, a famous model, B, a beach, or C, a group of islands? Yes.
Group of islands.
You're correct. Number 14. Which is the world's largest fish? A, a great white shark, B, a blue whale, or C, a whale shark?
Those are fish?
Yes.
Blue whale?
No.
Whale shark?
Correct. Whale sharks are massive. 15.
Blue whales are massive.
If you don't live near an ocean, a wave pool can give you that seaside feel. How tall are the world's biggest artificial waves? 5 feet, 13 feet, or 8 feet?
Eight feet.
You're right.
Nice. Guess out of thin air.
Number 16.
Because 13 is an odd number.
What happens to the Eiffel Tower in France each summer? It grows a few inches, it shrinks a few inches, or it changes color.
Can you repeat the question?
What happens to the Eiffel Tower in France each summer? Does it grow a few inches? Does it shrink a few inches? Or does it change in color? Yes.
I'm just going to say because how heat makes things expand, it grows a few inches.
You are correct.
Oh, the tower, it gets taller.
Oh, gosh. That was really good. Number 17. Which of the following will keep you as cool as possible on a sunny day? A red t-shirt, a white t-shirt, or a black t-shirt? Yes.
White?
You are correct.
I was like, do I need to change my answer?
Number 18. Which real-life gadget was introduced in 1999 to help out with a common summer chore? Radioactive weed eater, pool cleaning slippers, or a robot lawnmower?
I want all of those. Well, except for the slippers. Those sound lame.
The robot lawnmower.
You're correct.
I'm just thinking about what a radioactive weed eater would do.
Yeah, I know.
How does
that
that
sounds
work?
so weird.
Is that safe?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Number 19. Even the most scorching summer day on Earth doesn't compare to the hottest planet in our solar system. Which one is warmest? Mars, Venus, or Mercury?
Did I win? Okay.
Yes.
Mercury.
You're incorrect.
Venus.
You are right.
What?
Greenhouse.
Oh. I just thought it would be the closest to the sun. Anyway.
20. How far would you have to water ski this summer to match the world record distance? 837 miles, 1,337 miles, or 537 miles?
Can we just take a second to say, like, that distance is almost halfway across the country?
Oh, wow.
I don't even
Which
have
one,
a
though?
guess.
I just gave you 3 distances.
I think.
Yes.
B.
You are correct. 1,337 miles. Good job. The game is over. All right. That's all the questions. And it looks like our Summer Trivia Challenge champion is Hannah. Congratulations.
Good game, Trevor.
You too, Hannah.
Well, that does it for this edition of The Morning Show.
It's been a great year here on The Morning Show.
Look for an all-new season this fall.
Remember, for the best TV of all, each and every day, keep it tuned right here for the new Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network.
Have a great day.
And a wonderful week.